What is up, everybody? This is my first long run in the Hoka Tecton X2. And here they are. 4 miles in, 39 minutes out with a total ascent of 553. So I went over to REI. I was looking around the shoes, thinking about getting some more ultra trail shoes because I've been running in the Vanish tempos, but then these caught my eye and I had to get them because they're 30% off due to a return, and they're just my size. So I lucked out. I picked them up. Now I'm trying them out. So now I'm on a long run, and this is the first time I put them on my feet. So I'm planning on going about 20 miles. I'm kind of on a time crunch again, so I only have about 3.5 hours, and this is a slow moving trail. So I'm gonna try to get about 20 miles, but this is the first time I'm wearing the shoes. Definitely not advisable. I should wear these shoes on a couple of training runs, a couple of regular workouts before I bring them out to a freaking long run. But I'm gonna try them out. I'm stupid. I'm a dumb idiot. So I'll probably pay for it later. But we're getting the work in, and these shoes, I'm just gonna say right now, first impressions, they feel fucking awesome. They're super tight to my feet. I've had trouble with the Hokas where I got a lot of heel slipping, but it's a little loose on my right foot, but I think I can kill that with the runner's knot. But everything else feels really good. The toe box is a little bit tight just because I'm used to the ultras, the wide toe box, but I'm using the toe socks, so hopefully that will reduce some blistering when my toes are all cramped. I have a very weird foot shape where it's almost like a rectangle, so usually if I don't have the wide toe box, I get a lot of blisters. That's why I stayed away from a lot of the regular shoe brands. But this was too good of an option, too good of a deal to pass up. So I'm trying them out. So far, these are likely. They're bouncy, they're responsive. They're not like too crazy because of they're not too crazy like other super shoes where it literally feels like you're getting sprung forward. But you can definitely feel like a reactive force that's driving you forward, especially if you're bombing down hills. It's really, really pushing you forward. So that's really good. I really like that feeling. I've really been looking for like a nice, comfortable, fast shoe on the trails. So we'll see how it works out. All right, so we are 10.62 miles in, 1 hour, 53 minutes. The total ascent of 1,792 feet of elevation gain. So, melting out here. It's like 85 degrees. There's a nice breeze, so that helps out a lot. But I'm definitely putting these shoes to work. I haven't had many problems with them so far. First impressions are still really good. The one thing is I probably should go a half size up. So they're good when it's flat. They're good going up. But then when I'm bombing down hills, my foot kind of smashes. My big toe smashes. No other toe does, just a big foot. So I think a half size up would really help out the sizing. So I might try to get a 11. So in reference, the Ultra Vanish Tempos, I wear an 11, and then Olympus 4s, I wear a 10.5. So it's somewhere in between on that siding. But it's a pretty windy part. So another thing with these shoes that I'm not used to is they are very, very grippy. And then the heel cup is, or like the upper, where the heel is kind of stretchy. So a lot of times I'm halfway twisting my ankle where the bottom of my foot caught a root or a rock, and then my heel slipped. But then the grippiness of the shoe held onto the rock, so I got a half like roll. That's just something that I'm gonna have to get used to with shoes like this, just because the Olympus 4s they have a wider like imprint, so a lot of times you can just like collapse over the rock or the root, and you have more surface area, so you don't roll as much. And then with the Vanish Tempos, they're pretty wide also. But then if you like hit a rock, since there's no like big lugs on it, you kind of just slip off and you end up rolling your ankles a lot less, at least for me personally. So right now I'm still pretty impressed with the shoes. They still feel great. They feel fast as fuck, and they feel tight. But one thing to like remember, especially for myself, is these are probably not like an easy day shoe, because even when you're trying to go slow downhill, these shoes want to like propel you down the hill. So you might be going down, or they might be like kind of giving you a little push, a little bit faster than you actually want to go. But that's just something subconscious that I'm gonna have to actually think about if I'm wearing these for an easy day. So I'm kind of getting worked, kind of dying. Gonna put this camera away. I'm going up and down a section of the trail that has about 100 feet of elevation gain for like 0.15 or 0.2 of a mile. So super steep. And I'm getting to know these shoes really, really well. So let me finish up this run, and I'll see you, or I'll check in a little bit later once we're done. All right, so I'm just hiding away in my van, trying to stay cool. I got the AC on and just like kind of trying to cool off. It got 14 out there. If you could see by my shirt, I was completely drenched. I didn't get any cramps, so that's good. I started upping my sodium intake and drinking a shitload of water. So yeah, everything went well. The shoes worked out pretty well. I mean, I didn't run into any issues with them, except for they're a little bit too tight. Probably, once again, go a little bit half size up. My feet are like really wide in the toe box area. I have like weird square feet. So the arch of my foot kind of felt like it was getting compressed because my toes were like kind of stuffed together, and I'm used to them having that nice large toe box like from the Ultra. So that's one thing that I have to be aware of. If I continue to use these, I'll definitely probably try them out on like a 50K or a 50 miler before I try to take them into like a 100 mile or anything like that to see if there's any really long-term issues with them. But this is just a first look, and man, this first look, they really freaking impressed me. If they were the right size, I probably would just rock them on the 100 miler because you know, right out of the box they felt awesome. You know, there's no real wear on the tread. No tearing, no nothing. I mean, my feet didn't get tired being in these shoes. They weren't overly heavy. I supinate, which is like super rare. I guess only like 5% of runners actually supinate. And it felt like this actually made my feet kind of land more flat instead of on the edge of my foot. They have those dual like carbon fiber plates, so it's supposed to help you like from side to side. And hopefully, I mean, maybe it's just a subconscious thing, but it felt like it helped me with my actual foot because it had those two carbon plates kind of separated on both sides of my feet. I don't know if that's just like something I put up in my head or if it's an actual technology, but I'll have to keep an eye on that if that's actually a thing. Other than that, man, like I'll do a good sign off. I'll do a good sign off because my brain's kind of all crazy and melted right now. I only got 16 miles, so I might do maybe like 8 more miles on the treadmill tonight, or maybe around my community or something like that. Try to sneak in a little bit more, but I think it's about time for a rest week. I did 4 weeks of 75 plus miles, and then I did an off week, and then another 4 weeks about 70 to 75 miles. So yep, I think it's about time for a down week, and then we can hit it hard. And then leading into the end of July, we're going to be hitting a 100K in Utah. That's going to be a motherfucker. That's just like straight elevation, like 120 or 220 feet of elevation gain for every mile for that 100K. So there's a lot of summits. I think there's 4 big summits that you have to hit. So I'm getting the body ready, toughening it up, training in the heat because it is at altitude. So hopefully training in the heat will help my body adapt at least a little bit, so I won't have such a bad issue with altitude. And then, you know, if these shoes end up working out, if I get the size up or the half size up and they work well, I'll definitely probably be rocking these for that 100K because it is some technical trails, some mountain trails, and some regular trails. And these are grippy as fuck. They're comfortable and they're fast as balls. So, you know, I might actually be rocking these judging on how the size up actually, or the half size up actually feels. So let me get out of here. I'm fucking dying. I need some sugar. I'm going to go eat some fucking crazy ass shit. And then I will see you back in the studio. All right, so we are back, all cleaned up. Went back to the store and exchanged those 10.5s for an 11, and they feel a lot better. I did get a lot of, I got like 2 or 3 like smaller blisters between my toes just because they were completely cramped together. So these feel like at least the 11 feels like it has a little bit more room in the toe box than that 10.5. So hopefully that will cut down on the blistering. I'll have to keep trying these shoes out because that was only like a 16-mile run. If I had 3 blisters, expand that to, 100 miles, my feet will be absolutely wrecked. So gonna try these shoes on maybe like a 20-miler or a 25-miler to really get an understanding if these shoes are gonna be the ones that I'm going to be taking into the 100K and the 100-miler. But I'm still really impressed by these shoes. First impressions, I really like them. They're really sticky. They're really light. For the technical, I'm not going to get all too technical for this first impression. I mean, even in my full reviews, I don't really get that technical because it's just a bunch of numbers you can look up. But the average weight of these, I think they do it in like a 9, is a 8.8. Yeah, it was 8.8 ounces, so it's a super light shoe. I'm pretty sure at 11, it's about 9.5 ounces. And then it has a 32 millimeter stack height with a drop of 5 millimeters. So I'm used to a 0 drop. I can slightly feel it. I've been in like barefoot and 0 drop for shoes for so long that I can kind of feel that I'm slightly raised above. So that's a new feel that I have to get used to, and my muscles and my stabilizers in my lower legs have to get used to also. So the front of my leg was a little bit sore than it normally would be if I just wore my regular shoes. I don't know, once again, if that's just like, something I'm creating in my head, but I'm trying to be aware of all these little pains and little tweaks as I'm starting to ramp up to
these ultra marathons, just because the little things, those are what get you when you're in like mile 80, or if you're doing 100K, mile 50. Those are those are the little things that can completely derail your race. So that's definitely something that I'm looking for when I'm doing these longer trail runs and I'm doing the long runs, and making sure that I'm aware of my body and how it feels before and after the run. So throughout the next couple of days, I'll see what's sore, what I have to focus on when I'm trying out these shoes again. But the one thing that will always stay the same is that you have to get out there, chip away, become an average savage, kick some fucking ass, test out your gear, be smart about it, be tactical about it, but get out there, kick some fucking ass, crush some fucking miles, get your goal done, work every single fucking day for that mission, and fall in love with the process. It's not all about that big goal. It's about enjoying your time working up the mountain, so then you can enjoy that summit so much more, and then you can just fly down that mountain like a motherfucker, right into the face of some fucking ice cream, pizza, beer, whatever it may be, whatever tasty treat you're looking at. Or, it might just be the concept. Your tasty treat might just be the concept of finishing your mission. Wow, philosophy. I'm a philosophizer. All right, I'm out of here. Bye.